Hi, this is Noah Huff.
And Dana Huff.
Of New England Handmade Artisan Soaps.
Yes, we are of New England Handmade Artisan Soaps, and today I'm going to be trying a recipe that I have never tried before. I read about it on C's blog. I will put the link. If you are a soap maker and you're not reading her blog, you really should be. And I am going to be following her recipes, so I have out my coconut oil and my castor oil, my glycerin, my palm oil, and then I have my stearic acid. So I'm going to measure out these ingredients and put them in the crock pot, and I'll be right back. Okay, at this stage I have added coconut oil, palm oil, stearic acid, and castor oil to the crock pot, and I'm getting ready to turn it on low so all of these oils will melt, and I'll be right back. Okay, at this stage the oil is all melted and we're ready for the lye. Okay, I am stirring up the soap, and you can see it's rather quickly coming along nicely to trace, which is what we want it to do. That is most likely due to the fact that there is some stearic acid.
But we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, as you can see, it is leaving some little trails on the top, so it's at a light trace. And at this stage, what we need to do is just like we would normally do with hot process soap, is we just need to let it cook. So I will come back and we'll check on it every once in a while and see how it's coming along. Okay, I just wanted to show you that this is what they call mashed potatoes stage, and you can see it's very much the same consistency as mashed potatoes, but it's not gelling yet, so we have a little bit longer to wait. Okay, at this stage you can see that parts of it are starting to get sort of transparent and beginning to look a little bit more like applesauce, but we have a little bit more to go. The important thing is to just give it a nice stir so that that applesauce type soap sort of evens and spreads out through the rest of the soap that's not quite at that stage yet, so we can help it along a little bit. Okay, I've given my soap a really good stir, so now you can see it mostly does look like applesauce, and what we need to do now is just test it every once in a while until it no longer zaps. And once it no longer zaps, we are ready to add the glycerin. Okay, the next thing you want to look for is signs that it is starting to get fluffy. And as you can see, that is starting to happen. So now's a pretty good time for me to do a Sap Test, and we'll see if we're ready to add the glycerin or if we need to let it cook a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm not detecting any zap at all, so we're going to add the glycerin and give it a nice stir. And I'm going to need to put the camera down for just a second to get all this glycerin out, but we'll be back. Okay, I've added my glycerin and I got all of it out of the bottom of the container, so now I just need to give it a nice good stir. And what we'll do after this is we'll just keep cooking it down until everything's nice and clear and looks more or less like melted down melt and pour soap. So the idea is just to let this cook a little bit, and then we'll come and we'll check on it again. Okay, at this stage just wanted to show you that when you stir, you can see that the soap is beginning to become clearer, but I think it's got a little bit longer, and we'll come back and we'll check on it again and see how it's doing. Okay, I wanted to show you how over here on the edges you can see there's like a solid ring of the clear soap, so I don't think we have too much longer, but I'm going to give it a nice stir here, and you can see it's mostly clear soap at this stage, but again we've got a little bit longer before all of this is completely melted and we're ready to pour it into the mold. Okay, we really are getting close. One of the things I'm noticing each time I come in to stir at this stage is that some of this soap that is on the top that you can see that's not quite melted down yet develops a sort of skin on the top, and I think that means that we are getting very close at this stage, and it won't be too long before we have all clear soap. Okay, I'm going to have to confess I got a little impatient with it, and I put it in the microwave, and I can't seem to get it to the stage where it's perfectly clear, but I suspect what's happening is it keeps hardening up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pour it in the mold, and we'll just see what happens with it. At any rate, it'll be nice glycerin soap if it doesn't quite work out to do what I want to do with it. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down and just get the last bit of soap out. Okay, so well, for what it's worth, this is how it came out, and I'm not sure this is going to turn out exactly like I'd hoped, but we'll see tomorrow when I go about unmolding it and see if it came out like a melt and pour base. This foaminess sort of troubles me a little bit, but I know it's soap at this point because I definitely saw lots of bubbles sort of releasing whenever I stirred it, and I'm just not sure it was ever going to get completely clear. I waited for quite a long time, well over the amount of time that C said that she waited when she did it, so we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. Okay, I didn't wait to unmold it, and as you can see there are some spots where it looks like maybe there's that soap that wasn't completely unmelted, but it looks pretty good, and I think it'll probably do just fine for my purposes, which are embeds. So you can see there's this sort of area on the top that is a little more opaque, and it's also the part that has those bubbles that I pointed out earlier. And I'm thinking that what this is probably the stuff that floated to the top, the soap that wouldn't melt. So I think I can probably trim it off, and what we have here will be just fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you try out this tutorial, let me know how it goes. Talk to you later. Bye.